Hello everyone, this is the part 2 of my DJI Mini 4K series, and this part is all about the camera of the drone. Now, I have seen many people do this, but they don't show it in detail. That's why I decided to do so. In this video, I'll try my best to tell you everything that you need to know about this drone's camera before buying it. And again, this is part 2 of the series, so if you want to see part 1, you can just go to my channel and do so. In that part, you will see the unboxing and the first flight of the drone. Okay, so now let's get on to the video. Okay, so first we'll start with some daylight videos and beginner level videos, and then we'll get to some low light videos and advanced level videos, so we can just see how the drone does. So in this first clip, you can see that I'm trying to do an orbit around this bike park over here, and it actually does pretty good with the colors. As you can see over there, the green colors are pretty bright, and down there the river is pretty blue, and it's really showing me the reflection of the blue sky. So it is pretty good with this clip, but again, this is a beginner level clip, and the drone right here is shooting in 4K 30 FPS, which is a pretty good camera for the price of the drone. But again, as I said, it's 30 FPS, which is a drawback for the drone. So I'm just gonna zoom in over here, and you can still see the pixels. That's because of the low FPS, 30 FPS. And I just wish those power lines weren't there. Okay, so now for this next shot, I'm doing an orbit around this tree. The colors are still pretty bright, it's still daylight, and it actually does a pretty good job showing the colors over here. As you can see the background, the grass is nicely reflective. You can see the shadow of the tree. One side of the tree is bright, the other side is dark, and you can see a good level of shading over here. And if I roll the clip back, you can even see the sunlight over there. Okay, so this shot is a bit more harder. So I'm just picking up the gimbal and going towards the tree over here that I was just orbiting. This shot has more shades, so in the start you can see sunlight, and then we're going closer to the tree, you can see more shading in the grass, and then there's the shadow of the tree, and then also the sun just hides behind the tree. So the focus point changes over here. So it's actually a pretty well done shot. But if this was something to be like the Mini 5 Pro or the Air 3S, the shot would have been different. It would have balanced the light better, and the shadows would just be more sharper, and the video would just be more smoother. But overall, this shot was well done by the drone. And now, before we move on to some harder shots, I would just like to say, make sure you please subscribe, because as a small content creator, I am the editor, I am the video recorder and everything, so it's pretty hard for me. And if you can just subscribe and maybe like the video, it's just better for me, so I can work toward my monetization goal. Okay, and now let's continue with the video. Okay, so this clip is harder because here you can see there's more shadow, the grass is thin, long, and that just means that it's just harder to shade over there because of the low FPS, and there's a lot of color here. So there's more sunlight coming in from the left side, as you can see right now. So let's just look at that video again. So here you can see it is a jungle, so there's a lot of shadows here. Now it hasn't done a really good job with those shadows, but I think it's good, it's alright. And remember, there's no editing done in this clip whatsoever. This is just raw clip straight out of the drone. And if you have a look at the grass looks actually pretty smooth, and the sunlight is coming in from the left, and I think it's a well balanced clip over here, and the trees just coming in from the bottom. So yeah, pretty good. Okay, so now this shot's a bit more harder. As you can see, I'm turning towards the left of these trees over here, and you can see those middle of the mountains over there. You can see there's a lot of shading to do. There's a lot of dark color over there, but the right side looks pretty good, and the drone just moving closer to the trees over here. Okay, and then I'm gonna start turning towards the left over here where the sun is, and then you can still see those palm trees, and it's done a good job shading them, and honestly it looks pretty good. I'm gonna roll some clips over here just so you can just look for yourself. Now I need to talk about this video over here. So I'm just taking the drone down and at the same time rotating the drone. So this is where the FPS is really put to the test. As you can see, the grass is actually quite blurry and I'm turning the drone, it kind of makes me dizzy looking at it. So that's where the FPS is really put to the test. That's what I mean by low FPS, 30 FPS. It would have been great if it was like 60. And now before we get to our last few videos, I'm just going to show you this one. So here I'm using the gimbal and I'm turning it up, but it's not really smooth. As you can see, it just instantly stopped. Now there's a reason for that. Okay, so take a look at this controller over here. This is the DJI Mini 4K controller, and this is where you move the gimbal from, and it's on the left side. It should have been on the right side, but it's on the left side. Your left side is not really good because I'm a righty and most people in the world are, and it's not really good at doing precise stuff. And if it was on the right side, you could just do it more smoothly. Okay, and that was just a problem that I faced on the DJI Mini 4K. But then here are some pictures that the drone took. Okay, so this is the last video of the day before the conclusion, and it's the darkest video I shot, and you can see there's a lot of problems here. As you can see, it's hard to see around the river, and the left side is pretty hard. The shadings are pretty badly done. But for budget drones like this one, dark areas are a challenge, and because of the low FPS and a smaller sensor, what else could you really expect? There is another night video that I have. This one is shot in the night, but then the cars are coming in and they have their flashlight, so it's not as terrible. It's actually a pretty decent video. Then just to admire the sensor over here, as you can see, there's a cloud coming from the background, and you can the sensor is pretty good. It detects light nicely, and you can even see the cloud kind of moving closer to these houses over here. And for the last video of the day today, I am showing you this video. This is actually zoomed by the drone. So the DJI Mini 4K has 4x zoom. Kind of looks digitally zoomed, but I think it's actually pretty decent. Okay, so now for the conclusion. So I think it's actually a pretty good camera for the price. As it's a budget drone, it only comes in at around 520 New Zealand dollars if you buy the normal combo, and for the Fly More combo, it's only about $700 $800. But then talking about the camera, I think it's actually pretty decent. I mean 4K, but it does struggle in dark lights and shading. But overall, I think it's a pretty good camera. But the downfall here, there are two drawbacks for the camera. First thing, that it has no internal storage, so you do have to buy your own SD card and then put it in the drone if you ever want to even film anything. And the second thing is the FPS. 30 FPS, in my opinion, is actually kind of low. It should have been like at least 60. So I would recommend you this drone if you want to make vlogs or a review like me, or you're just getting it for family. So this is a pretty good drone, but then if you want to get some professional stuff, then I recommend the higher mini versions or the Air S3. Something like that would be great for you. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Now I will definitely make 1 or 2 more parts of this video, and do check out my channel, check out my other videos, and I'll post some more filmings from eagle views of this drone. So please subscribe and leave a like, and thank you so much for watching.